the express written consent of any nationally presented softball league's best politically motivated, preconditioned intentions to lure your children away from these lives of crime that they are leading out on the streets and lead them to lives of crime that will be taking place indoors. Lies and collusion likes of which this world has never seen before, depending on what your definition of the word is. Ain't
all real short, folks.
Shit. Ain't that some bullshit? Ain't that some bullshit?
Start the show off with some bad language right off the bat tonight.
Read my lips.
I don't have permission to use this music.
And by that I meant to say that if I am elected, I never said any of that shit.
We're sorry, the number you have dialed is not in service at this time.
1 minute, folks, till showtime. Show number 31. Share it if you care. Share it if you dare. Share it if you got long hair. Share it if you are everywhere. Share it if you are under the long, wonderful deadline of life tonight.
When you finally lost interest,
Come swim with us tonight.
Compliments and publicity.
I'm going to have to get some money, some compliments, and some publicity.
Noble enough idea,
I suppose that's a noble idea. 4 o'clock, but I don't have Phil yet. You know, folks, we're technicality tonight. Phil may not be in for a moment, so we're going to give just a couple more minutes for Phil to come in. I have guests tonight. I got special surprises. I got 10 Commandments of Love. I got everything to make you smile. A little Todd Snyder playing in the background, even though I don't think I should, because they probably say, hey, don't play that in the background, man. But you know what they say? Hopefully it won't break the whole thing down. All right, folks, the Phil and Jon Zone. Sans Phil for the first few minutes while he figures out his technology back at home. He's having some issues with his internet tonight. We're going to welcome together our guests here in a few minutes, but before we do that, I think we'll probably jazz play in the background. Share the post if you can. Don't share it with the close personal friends of Word Al, though. They'll knock you off their page. But we're going to go live. We are live on Facebook, yeah. Hey folks, what's happening? Right now we're working on some technical stuff with Phil's getting his work together. He's getting his shit put in piles because we have a special show tonight, folks. We have a very special show, and when he gets back, I hope he comes back soon. He's probably moving all the stuff upstairs. I don't know. He was having a hard time with his computer. His laptop is giving him fits. You know, we're not technically savvy folks here at the show. We are just a couple heads that just wanted to hang out, you know, and it's gonna be one of those nights, you see, where let's put this guy right here. Maybe I'll put him out there. It's me. Hey, now. So I got people in the waiting room, but I'm waiting to hear from my friends who are gonna come in and help me do a guest spot tonight on 5 Records. If you have any questions, curiosities, wonders, compliments, suggestions, omissions, regressions, you know what would help? If the post was live. Oh, there we go. Now we're live. Hey, folks, we're a little bit late tonight. Coming up a little bit late, a little bit askew. Hey, 2 minutes ain't too bad. What are you going to say? It's a very special show tonight. I just realized that the post wasn't even public until a minute ago, so I'm starting the show again. And as soon as Phil figures out his computer issue he's dealing with right now, he will be on the show as well. Tonight we have Daniel Pickle from the Deep Fried Pickle Project is going to be on the show tonight. We also have a very special guest appearance, hopefully later, by the Hammer and the Hatchet. Here in a few minutes, I'm going to have my good friend Chad join us, hopefully. You know, folks, this is the thing about doing a live show and doing it on the fly. Sometimes it just doesn't always go as smooth as you want it to go. That's okay though. While we wait, what are we gonna do while we wait? Hey, Em, you want to say hi to the show? My daughter Emily says hi on the show. Nick in. She's an artist as well. She'd like to be here with Phil. Where you at, Phil? Philly. So please bear with us, folks, while we get things put together here. Technical difficulties. Hey, it's technical difficulties. Hey. But tonight we're gonna have a good night. We're gonna do our thing anyway. Man, I put a post up this week, folks, about my friend passing away. My friend Mitch passed away this week, and I hadn't talked to him in. We haven't hung out in over 20 years. But he was a great dude. He was a good guy. He was my boss. He was my friend. We traveled the reservation of the Navajo folks together, and we got to see some really amazing stuff out in Arizona. I lived out there. He passed away earlier this week from the COVID. So everybody, please put your masks on this week and make sure that stay away from your grandma at Christmas time, that kind of stuff. Let's try to keep this thing under wraps, keep it floating on the low and go. You know what I'm saying? And if you know any jokes or anything, just telling Phil I miss him already. I wish he was here. And we're gonna go ahead and bring in our first guest tonight. Our first guest is gonna come in with me, and he's gonna do 5 records with me because if Phil's not around, we're gonna have to do 5 records no matter what anyway. So we're gonna welcome to the room, Colonel Rowdy. What's up, Chad? What's up, buddy? Get your audio popping there. Got no sound. I guess you could just show your records. Colonel's connected audio and can't hear you yet. All right, that's fine. So we're gonna start by chatting. If y'all know who chatting is, he's one of my heroes, one of my good buddies, one of my friends from up the way a bit. And he is one hell of a record collector as well. What's up, Chad? How are you, buddy?
Hi, buddy.
Happy Friday, man. What's going on?
Oh, getting wet.
Is it raining up there already?
Yeah, good
We're
for
just
wet
getting
dogs
started.
and all.
We're just getting started. I don't want you to get too excited to be on the show. I'm glad to have you back, bud. Phil is having some sort of technical difficulty, so he's out for now until he turns back up already again. I don't know. Just think what
Phil is a technical difficulty.
He is. We got a new computer like 2 weeks ago, and he used it last week, and it sort of worked. And then but it shut off in the middle of the show, and then this week it wouldn't log in at all. So him and Laura are like running around their house like freaking out right now. Hopefully they're not killing each other. We got to keep something
What's
up here.
going on down in Decatur?
Oh man, a whole lot of nothing. A whole lot of waiting. Got my Jeep fixed this week. Got a new key switch put in my Jeep this week, and I was without a car all week, which isn't like, I know, but it's the way it is. What it is.
Yeah.
But whoa, no, that's not Phil. Okay, I got to keep the thing here. Yeah, so I'm gonna start. I'm telling everybody I'm inviting people into the show to come into the show, or if they want to come into the show and do the 5 records with us, because it's something we enjoy doing. I don't want to look at that. But yeah, I invited Chad in to do 5 records with us tonight. He's a good friend of mine. He's been collecting records for a long time. How many records do you think you got there, Chad?
I don't know. 300 here, probably another 200 or 300 over there.
Tub here, tub there, tub everywhere.
More than Jamie wants.
More than Jamie wants. Mine are spread out around the house, but they're all kind of tucked in. All my records are kind of tucked in, hiding in little nooks and crannies all over the house.
I gotta get that player down to you.
All right, folks. So what we're gonna do now is we're gonna do 5 records. Phil and Jon Zone with Chad and Jon tonight. 5 records where we basically just pick out 5 random records out of our or records we like to show off out of our collection and show them off one at a time. We'll take turns. We'll see if Phil gets his stuff put back together. Oh man, I'm gonna send him a message real quick. All right. Oh, he's back. Okay, let's get him back in the room here before he comes back in. We're gonna bring Phil back in the room now. Phil, are you okay up there? I'd like to get a report, Phil. Are you all right? You have no picture. Hold on. Give you a button to push. Folks, technical difficulties are technical difficulties. It's just something that happens during the course of putting on a show. and hope you're all having patience with us. We're going to have a really fun show tonight. We do have special guests from all over the nation.
Hi,
All
John.
over the nation. Laura, or Phil, I can hear you. No, I can't see you.
You can't see me yet?
Here, did something pop up on the screen that asked you to push a button?
No, there's a bunch of stuff to push buttons. Hey, Chad.
Hi, buddy.
How are you, bud?
I'm doing well. How are you?
Fantastic.
Laura, you got no picture. It's okay. It's all right.
Hold on. I'm trying to work on it. The horse's ass.
Okay, we're getting ready to do 5 records. We're gonna start in a minute, regardless. But we want to make sure you were here for.
There we
Hey,
go. There we go.
Did you bring Laura's computer downstairs? Did you bring Laura's computer downstairs?
What's that?
Did you bring Laura's computer downstairs?
Yeah, she was not happy.
I had this image of you running around the house with her trying to figure it out. I'm just glad you're back.
And it's got Zoom on it. I didn't know how to work it right. I mean, I did, but
I'm just glad you're back, man.
I got something for Chad's dog.
You got something for Chad's dog?
Yeah.
Roethlisberger?
Ben?
A little Roethlisberger, where's he at?
Oh, where's...
All right, folks. So now that we're all here, finally, Phil, welcome to the zone. This is show number 31, December 11th, 2020.
Volume. Yeah, I'm sorry. Yeah. Hello, John. Happy number, Phil and Jon Zone number 31. It's my favorite number, actually. If there's a
31
bunch.
flavors. 31 flavors. So Chad's going to do 5 records with us tonight.
Is he?
Yeah.
Really? John?
Yep. And Danny Pickle's already in the waiting room. So we're going to bring him in after we do 5 records. And so who wants to start? Who wants to go first?
Chad's up, number 1.
Chad's number 1? Okay.
I'm number 1.
Ladies and gentlemen, time for 5 records with Phil and John and Chad.
You're up, Chad.
That's better.
I'm gonna go.
Now the show's rolling.
Like you said, you told me not to sweat it, so I just grabbed. But I did grab. When we go on the road, we have a CD box player, and Jamie insists that her driving music be the band title album. You can't go wrong with this album. Personally, it's probably up there in the top 5 of my records.
That album is one of the best albums of all time, pretty much.
It's
Albums, tapes, cassettes, radio. That's a great album. Yeah, I agree.
Uh,
Okay, I'll go.
Chad, you got the beard, too.
Do what?
You look like the guys in the band. You got the beard. All the guys had a beard.
Oh, yeah, well, I can't have those credentials.
Most of my albums are pretty sexy tonight, but I got one that's not too sexy. But I'm gonna start with it. 52nd Street, Billy Joel. I just randomly grabbed it. Yeah, I pulled it out. I love the picture on the front because his face is saying, he's saying, "Fuck you, record company," because he didn't make any money off this album. The record company made all.
It looks
all
like
the
he's
money.
saying, "Fuck you, fish."
Hey, fish.
Fuck you, fish. I played 12 times at the Madison. So what if you played 13?
Was it? They beat Billy Joel's record, didn't they? When Fish played there that year. Yeah.
Yeah,
Anyway,
he had 12 of them.
Okay.
All right, Phil.
Here's my first is Colonel Sanders, Chrysostom. A lot of mine are Chrysostom.
Nice.
Hey, Colonel.
I can't wait to watch Slater on Lifetime and the Colonel Sanders movie.
Funny story about that. My Aunt Val from Sisterdale, Texas, was a neighbor of Colonel Sanders before he was Colonel Sanders. And yeah, anyway.
That's awesome.
Colonel Sanders.
Right. So is that where he got his finger licking good from?
That could have been. And yeah.
Have you guys ever been to Louisville, Kentucky?
Louisville?
Yeah. There's a big skyscraper in Louisville that's got the Colonel Sanders painted on it on one side of it.
Nice.
A skyscraper.
Wow. I have not seen that.
That's a true story at Colonel Sanders. Brooks and Dunn, Colonel Sanders, and Lyndon B. Johnson used to stop at my aunt's little bar outside of her ranch.
Cool.
You're up, Chad.
You're up.
I'm okay.
You go pretty fast.
Well, I had to throw a Hartford in there.
Ah.
So I picked my favorite Hartford. which is a housing project.
Housing project.
Can't go wrong there. It's full of great Hartford tunes.
It's got a flipping horn section in it.
Yeah.
That album's got so many musicians on it.
Right, John.
It was a perfect copy that I bought from Katie, I believe.
Nice.
They're at the event. I was pretty excited about that to get it. I mean, it's next to new original pressing. It's pretty awesome.
I love it. I love that box of records on Katie's table every year. That's something I look forward to every Hartford festival.
I know.
Yeah.
I know. And she's running out of ones I don't have is what I'm not liking.
Right. I got the Diana Ross and the Supremes join the Temptations album.
Oh.
So it's Diana Ross and the Supremes and the Temptations. It's got all the songs you want to hear on it. I mean, Second Out of Motion, Ain't No Mountain High Enough. It's badass. It's even got a song called Funky Broadway on it. It just tears it up. Funky Broadway.
That's what you call all that estrogen on one stage. It's Funky Broadway.
The painting is awesome on the front of it too. It's a painting. It's awesome.
Oh yeah.
All right, Phil, you're up, buddy.
Yeah, I just want to say about one of my favorite bands. When I paint on records, I like small band names. I don't like all this string band and all that. But big letters. One of my favorite songs of all time I heard on XRT before our show tonight. It's got 3 letters in it. And one of my favorite songs of all time. And I cranked it on XRT. The band is called Yes, and it was Wondrous Stories. That's in Steve Howe and a 12-string Portuguese guitar. Unbelievable, fantastic song. That's all I want to say. And this is the one I have. John Hartford, that's John Griffin artwork.
You ever opened it?
And heck no, it's never going to be open, buddy.
What?
It's got a gatefold in it. You open it.
No,
Right.
Bro.
I have a record collection with unopened albums. I want one I can open. No.
I guess I should have signed it for you or something.
What?
Okay.
I don't know about you guys and your unopened records.
Well, no, I'm not like no.
Need to be heard.
This is hard with 3 people. Yeah, you're up, buddy.
All right, Chadalicious,
I'm
you're up.
All right, what I do? Okay. Well, this one's kind of a somber one because I had to pull this one out. It was not random at all. But we lost a good one this week. Howard Wales.
Yeah, I saw that.
Howard
Man.
Wales, Jerry Garcia. Live. Where was this one at? Oh, it's got John Conn and Bill Witt. Where were they live at? I
It's
can't.
so sad that we love so many musicians that are so much older than us, because we're gonna always deal with that
Right.
for the next 5 years, you know.
Oh man, I can't remember where this is live at. It might have been taken. I think it was actually taken over a few different shows.
Yeah, they take.
But yeah,
sometimes
it's a
they would
pretty
come by.
cool. I mean, Howard Wales would pull out. He'd get that jazz funk out of Jerry that just never came out anywhere else unless Jerry was playing with Wales, and gotta appreciate him for that. To take Jerry to a different frontier and excel
Chad,
in it.
Hey, Chad, have you ever heard the Millbillies?
The Millbillies?
Yeah.
I don't know. It kind of sounds familiar, but I'm not familiar.
Okay, out of Milwaukee, a funky bluegrass band, 5-piece band.
Yeah.
I'll look them up.
I'm going to see him tomorrow in Lake Geneva in a private little show in a barn with like 30 people.
Those are the best
Cool.
kind this year. Those are the kind of shows this
Yeah,
year. Here we got Dionne Warwick's greatest motion picture hits. And I said my albums were kind of sexy tonight. This one's kind of plain. I mean, Dionne's kind of sexy, but check this out. Whoa.
Whoa, hello.
So you get all the good old Dionne
Now
Warwick.
that's a gatefold I can get behind.
Hey, get it out. Get it out. Right. This is my
Yeah,
set.
all the good stuff.
This is
From her
old
movie she was
sexy.
in, like Alfie, Valley of the Dolls, The Look of Love, A House Is Not a Home, Wives and Lovers. She did a lot of music for movies. Wow, I'm impressed. You never know what's going to come out of the record collection over here. It's so random.
Oh, I got a few. Here's a sexy old lady, but I love her hairdo, and she's got a beautiful smile. Loretta Lynn and her beautiful.
Oh, my favorite. Yeah.
Ooh, I have a signed Loretta Lynn that I pulled out of a bin at a record show once and got it for like $5.
Ah.
Yeah. She's got an
The
amazing
guy was
voice.
scratching his head when he sold it to me because he mismarked it. But
Yeah.
Yeah, the
rules are rules.
She's freaking important for sure. Oh my goodness.
Chad,
All
you're
right, Chad.
I'm up.
Yeah, you're up. Like I said, it's hard with
All
three people.
right. Well, I had three
Chad,
in
you're
my
up.
collection, but I pulled two out. So there we go. Bluegrass Album of the Year nominee, Danny Barnes.
Yeah.
Ooh,
Gosh, man, he's on the Grammy list this year. That's so awesome.
got a main
Yeah.
name.
I mean, this record is it's Danny. It's got John Paul Jones. It's got Matt Chamberlain. It's got Jeff Stanfield, Eric Thorin, Dave Matthews makes it in there.
Yeah, and John Paul
amazing.
Jones is the bassist from Led Zeppelin.
This is true.
Who?
It's true.
Oh, yes, it is.
John
Oh
Paul.
yeah, John
Hi,
Paul.
Gary.
Yeah.
I
Right.
saw that
Yeah.
Billy Barnes. I met Billy Barnes. I seen Billy Barnes.
Danny.
Danny Barnes, met him. Blew my mind at Hartford a few times. Yeah, good
Hey,
stuff.
folks, we're going a little slow tonight, but we wanted to let y'all know that it's 4:19. So everybody just be prepared. It's 4:19. We're going to get that text in a minute.
Oh. All right.
4:19. But we'll keep going. Keep going.
All right,
Yeah, that Danny Barnes album. I'm really impressed.
I love
Whoa,
Chris.
Are you skipping me?
What?
Are you next or am I
Huh?
next?
Come on.
Who doesn't love the average white man?
Hey,
Good night. Pick up the pieces,
now
guys.
I see it.
Now you see.
Where
it.
is the
Never
gatefold
saw
on
that
that
before.
one?
It's just it's letters, abbreviation for the average white man. I tell you, that's a great record. Pick up the pieces.
Chester, come here. Relax.
All right, Phil, get on, Phil.
This
I got
is
you
more
covered
of I'm doing a Christmas theme. I love Perry Como, but I love the artwork in the background of the peace pipe and the Santa and stuff like that.
Oh yeah, the old school Santas are cool.
Santa when he smoked. You did Christmas. I went sexy. I like how we thinking this week.
All right, you want me to go sexy? I'll switch it.
Not yet. Maybe later. We're not live.
I'll get the Red Fox from right there, but you
All
keep.
right. Number 5 from Chad.
Number 5 for me.
I love the Red Fox.
This one I'm gonna do a little self promotion of myself. I got to bring these guys across the pond, one of 5 shows in the States, the Dinosaur Truckers. Y'all need to check these guys out. They're amazing.
I didn't make that show.
Steve
Man,
Folk bluegrass. I don't know any other way to explain it, but they are like metal grass folk, something of that genre. But it's so cool, so cool.
So now Phil got it from his chair. Is Phil going to get his Backdoor
Check 'em
Santa album?
Yeah, I had to pick some.
Have you ever heard Backdoor Santa?
I had to pick something out of my wall of fame. This is for Chad.
I got one more, and then you're up. I got one more, and then you're up for last record. Okay.
Yeah, quit trying to go out of turn, Phil.
And what's not sexier than Doobie Brothers and Tulu Street? It's not very sexy, really.
My elbows on the thing. Open it up.
Hold on, it's not very sexy.
Yeah, you got it right there.
Woo!
Oh yeah!
This show's not for kids only, folks.
I don't have that one in my collection. I will be getting that one.
That's Tulu Street, yeah. Listen to the music. Jesus is just all right. It's a great album.
Oh, whoa. My dog's
Walking down the highway. I mean, this is a great freaking album, honestly. It's one of their better ones. Cottonmouth, Doobie Brothers. And it's got sexy pictures. Anyway, that's funny. That's Friday the 11th. And Phil, what do you got, buddy?
I'll do a Red Fox real quick. Here's Red Fox. Album cover is Sly Sex, Red Fox.
Did Red Fox ever do a Christmas album?
No, it's not. Here's the one from the Hideout. I've only been in a Hideout with Pete Jive one time, and Chad might remember that one. With Pete Jive,
Yeah,
Woodland Remedy, Farmageddon, and Dan Watkins. High Note, the only time I've ever been there.
that was my birthday.
Yes, it was. And I have another one with your birthday on it in my collection.
Let's celebrate that
Yeah,
night right now
yeah.
for a second. Same night, Phil. Same night, bud.
John?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yep, same
Look
night.
at the mountain smelting. That's pretty cool.
Oh, this one's really good.
Where is
Yeah. I'm sure you traded me
Oh,
out
it'll be
before or
good.
something.
They're
Never let me
all
buy
right.
any records off your shit. Pete Jive.
No, you really do that? Are
Hey.
you doing it for the show, or you just really hang those up?
Me?
They stay up? Wow.
Mind you.
Ladies and gentlemen, 5 records, 5 albums. Tune in every week. See us do 5 out of our favorite albums. Yeah.
Remember, I get a sports segment.
Yeah. Would you want to do that before we bring the guest in? Chad,
Oh,
you don't
get
have
the
to go.
guests on.
By the way, Chad, you're welcome to stay. We're gonna have Daniel
Yeah, I
Pickle
love
on.
Chad. Yeah, Chad,
So
stay.
you can stay if you can. If you
I'll
ain't got
hang
nothing
out
going
for a
on, you're
bit.
welcome to stay as long as you want.
I'll hang
Do I
out.
get a break?
There will be no breaks tonight, Phil. You know that. You know the rules.
You got your break.
Actually, I have music for when you do take a break. Now, but tonight I'm doing something kind of special with the Sports Minute because I do actually have a timer. Actually have a 1-minute timer, so I hope you've been thinking about your sports. You have 1
Okay,
minute.
1 minute. I'm gonna let my dog out here. 1 minute.
Time for Phil's 1-minute sports with Phil.
Oh, 1 minute sports? Okay, I got it. 1 minute sports.
Already right now.
Okay. The White Sox are going somewhere, and I love the acquisitions of Lance Lynn. The Bulls start their preseason series tonight, and Billy Donovan, I like the coach. Go Illini, go Matt Robinson. Arkansas, Josh Blaze is really good. You got to get rid of Ted Phillips and Nagy and the Bears hierarchy if you're a Bear fan. I know you guys down south are Cardinal fans. I know John, State Bird is a Cardinal. I know that.
Both
Yeah,
Chad and I are both
The
Cardinal
White
fans.
Sox is Tony La Russa. What do you guys think about that? Crazy, isn't it? That's my 1 minute with Phil.
You have 22 seconds left.
All right. Cubs. I'm a Viking. What's going on with the Cubs, man?
Yeah, that's about it.
All right, that's been 1 minute sports with Phil. Folks, thanks for checking him out every week. Stay tuned for 1 minute sports with Phil. Phil, I know. I hope that's not too demeaning. I really like having you
Go
do it
Illini. Go Illini.
every week on the show. Now, what's going to happen next is, folks, I've been promising this for a few weeks now, and we actually had a fake pickle come on the show. But tonight, we're going to have a real pickle on the show.
Oh, we're not.
Our good buddy Daniel Pickle, I'm waiting in the room. Daniel, are you out there, bud? Are you out there, Dan Pickle?
Oh, greetings to you.
Hey,
Mr. Pickle.
Daniel.
You're on the Phil and John. Welcome to the Phil and Jon Zone with special guest tonight, Chad Ing from the Colonel Rowdy crew. Chad, he's Festival, and you know who he is. Anyway, if you've never met him before, this is Chad, our guest host tonight. Anyway, Daniel Pickle, what's going on, buddy?
Oh, wow. What's going on is this. I needed this. I was really enjoying listening to you talk about records.
Yeah, we should have asked you to be part of that too. We do that every week. We just do our 5 records every week.
Well, my favorite was Phil's that he did of the Pickles, but when I tried to play it on the record player, it sounded terrible. I don't.
He's not there to get the joke because he took his dog to take a pee, I think.
Oh well, he missed it. It's his loss.
You do sound horrible on the record player, though.
Yeah, I learned. No, I'm missing you guys. I'm missing the festival stuff, and
yeah, we sure are.
I've got to be careful with the pickle posts because like I can't get too morose and sad and like be like, hey, gotta just post happy stuff. So
I think that's the best thing we can do these days on the old Facebook, no matter what we're doing in our world.
Yeah.
I find myself the ones that really drag me in and make me feel groggy are the ones that are somebody's complaining about something or trying to get you to compare 2 things that you shouldn't be compared. Or Facebook's a funny thing, I like sharing positivity. What's Pickle Project been up to? I know probably the same as everybody else.
Yeah, doing a lot of staying at home. So we call this the honing our skills period. So we're doing some writing, and I think Alan might be doing a little building too. And
new instruments.
Yeah, he likes to build our instruments. And Charlie's been doing some Christmas he's been doing some productions, socially distant, like theater stuff. So we're all kind of doing our thing, and we had a campfire the other night and picked around, and that felt good. You know how it is.
Yeah.
So
I haven't done that enough. Me and Chad got together a couple times this summer. I got together with Phil a couple times this summer, but it was pretty slim pickings for what we got to actually do.
mhm.
The last month and a half, I don't think I've done anything. I think I've done anything since Billy Strings. We went and saw
Yeah.
Billy Strings a little while back, and between that and the party Chad had, that's about it for the summer. I mean,
Yeah. Well, did you do that? Was that the drive-in?
Yeah,
Strings?
it
Oh, that's cool.
they were pretty cool. They were cool shows. It was done well. I mean, the sound was great. I felt safer there than any other show I did this summer. I think, as
Mm.
far as we went to a couple of them that were just like people weren't really caring, but that show they were really, and this was the second night when apparently they got a little more strict, right, Chad? They hit down that second night and they made people stay by their cars, and in the first night Billy had to like stop everybody and like go back to your freaking cars, or we'll have to stop. Last
Not a
thing
mosh pit.
What's
he was-
that?
It's told them it's not a mosh pit up here. Get back to your cars or I'm going to stop playing.
Oh,
Yeah.
oh my
Yeah.
God. So people listen?
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
And then the second night of the event, they put up a whole bunch of barriers and they had new bracelets for everybody, and they reorganized the whole security issue the second night. Nobody could even leave their section. I mean, it was a little bit better.
yeah.
So
So
you go back, but you couldn't come forward. Yeah.
right. Yeah, I feel like yeah, it's the scene is really interesting to watch right now. Like
Yeah.
just what's happening and how people are adapting.
Somehow going to try to evolve and make it so we can continue to do music and things without losing too much of that good feeling. But it's going to take a little while to feel good around a bunch of people again.
Mm-hmm. So what have you been doing with your time?
Oh, painting a lot. I just finished an album cover today for Todd Snyder. I guess I can say that now since it's been approved.
Woohoo!
So I did like 4 or 5 album covers this summer, and I did a ton of paintings of people's dogs. I painted dogs all summer long. I mean, that kept me kept the bills paid all summer, was painting dogs.
That's a market, man.
Yeah, it is, and they love it, and I've been having good luck with it, and I just been hanging out, doing the show with Phil. This is our 31st week in a row doing the
Hello,
show.
Daniel.
Flavors.
Hey Phil,
Good to see you, man.
it's great to see you too. I was talking about your beautiful record while you were gone.
I'm sorry, I have a dog issue that doesn't want to come in. So
Oh, I have one of those too.
yeah.
Don't talk about Laura that way.
Oh, uh-oh.
Yeah.
Anyway, I did not say that, Laura. I love you. You know that. That's not me. That's not me talking. I know where I'm at tonight. Too much water.
I seen a video of Daniel playing with like an orchestra. What was that about?
It wasn't an orchestra. The one I shared today, they were playing in front of what looked to be like a bunch of people in suits. When you're playing the grossest song ever, I shared that.
Yeah, I
video.
heard that. Yeah.
And you're up on like a stage with a whole bunch of people behind you in nice clothes, like maybe church or something. I'm not sure.
So there was a college in Michigan, the music program, the director of the music program composed, he like arranged 3 of our songs for choral composition. So we were performing with a full choir.
Nice.
Yeah.
That's pretty awesome. Yeah.
Yeah.
See, I just saw the nice clothes. I looked past the nice clothes to see what they were doing.
That's
awesome.
what gets them every time.
If you don't know who Deep Fried Pickle Project is, folks, something you should check out. They do everything from music for kids all the way up to the grossest song ever. I mean, they got some of the greatest stuff that you've heard. It's a really good time. They build most of their own instruments. I see your bass back there, your suitcase bass.
Yeah.
So fun.
Yeah.
You've played at the Old Town School of Folk in Chicago?
Yeah, several times.
Daniel, you live in Chicago still, don't you? Are you in Chicago still, or the area?
Yeah. So Catherine, who's our fiddle player, I live here with her. She's my other half. So and she says hello, by the way, everybody.
Hello, Catherine.
Hello,
I'm
Catherine.
gonna say hello, Catherine.
But she plays the cigar box fiddle here.
Whoa.
Ooh.
And this one's one I made.
Wow.
This is called La Smoquette. La Smoquette. And I wood burned it. I don't know if you can see that, Phil, but
I can smell it.
yeah, that's
Cool.
that's what she said.
Wood and
But
cigars. Yeah. Is that a cigar box?
yeah, that's a cigar box
Cool one.
fiddle. And this one I made with the help of a luthier.
Yeah, I like the F holes are sharp on a cigar box. That's real nice.
Yeah. And because it's so thin and long, it fits right under her chin.
She bows it and she plays a bow with it, right? Obviously. Yep.
Yeah.
Awesome.
So yeah, we just been working on our music, and I'm working on a musical called Pandusical the Musical, and it's a bunch of pandemic theme songs. So I'm working with a friend of mine on that. So
it seems like there should be more and more there should be more and more of that music being written right now, the indoor songs. And a lot of my paintings have been pictures of houses that the doors are shut on and people are inside of. There's no people in the paintings lately. They're all these little houses and doors and roofs and stuff. And that's starting to happen because I've just been inside the whole time.
Yeah.
You know?
And someday people are going to look at that and go, well, look at that. They had to stay closed up inside.
Yeah. I can't think of another time in history that they never even talk about that whenever they talk about the big polio stuff. They don't really talk about the quarantines and things. I mean, they couldn't really get the word across as quickly and as big back then maybe, but the idea that we're in this time that's pretty, I don't want to say the word unprecedented because I hate that word these days, but it's unprecedented and it just the whole damn year is.
Yeah.
But really think about what we're going through. We're basically trapped if you want to be. I mean, it's quite shocking, actually, what's going on.
It's almost like we're castaways in our own houses, you know? We're marooned on a desert island. Once in a while, something washes up.
Well, one of my favorite movies is 12 Monkeys. We're similar to that. We're isolated from humanity.
Yeah.
I mean, one of the greatest movies. It's my... Yeah,
I miss being outside with my buddies and stuff. There's something kind of calming about staying home for a while, I think, too, though. Something kind of it does feel kind of good to not have to go so much this year. I go a lot throughout the course of the year, and all the stuff, everything I do, there's so much stuff and places I end up being and I have to be at. Mm-hmm. And even though I love being there, I mean, the Hartford, the Shoe Fest, things like that, I love those things, but there's no option for me to say, I'm not going this year. And like, oddly enough, I said this before in the show, like that, at the end of last year, I was like, man, I wish I just need a little break. You know, I'm hoping this winter feels like a good enough break from this running so I can get back on my feet and run again, you know. And then the world was like, haha, guess what? You get a break.
Yeah. It forced me to have to deal with some shit, you know.
Yeah, I think that's part of it too. And it really, I was coming into the pandemic situation, like say the beginning of this year, I was coming out of winter blues and just wishing that it would be over and having that, you know, poor me's time in my life, you know, I get it now and then. And then this started happening and puts you into perspective. I was like, no, there's no poor me. This is ridiculous. The whole world is in a suffering situation. So you better just figure it out, you know. And
yeah,
you know, so here we're still here. We're still here.
And we're doing stuff like this. And this is great. I think it's really important, the work that you guys are doing. Because you never know who could be listening and be really depressed or whatever. And, you know.
The first reaction when we first started doing it was of that kind of nature of people just happy there was someplace they could go and shoot the shit with a couple friends if they want to talk in the chat, you know, in the messenger part of it, or if they want to, you know, interact with us, or if they want to be on the show, or, you know, and that the whole thing was at the beginning of the year, we knew that me and Phil would not hang out this year. We knew there would be no hanging out, you know, that it would just be, I might see him next year, you know, bye, Phil. So I made sure, I was like, Phil, what did I say, Phil? I said, you want to do a show with me, Phil?
Yes, I want to do a show with you. I love it. I miss
He's doing a live reenactment.
Chad, I miss all my friends who cannot be on our show tonight.
Hello.
You know what? Life is short. Enjoy it. I miss you, everybody. Hello, let me call. Dial it up.
This is the vocal sculpture part of the show. Everybody solos at once, and the walkie-talkie just keeps cutting out and picks up pieces of each other's solo. Anyway, that's heavy. That's deep. We should probably make something.
Do we really know what's the hell is going on? Don't.
Hey, Phil, what's your dog's name?
Chester.
Roethlisberger.
Chester Berry.
Chester Rockelsberger?
Chester Berry. Hold on, I got some. Hold on, Chester. Come here. You're talking about you. Come on.
Chester,
Yeah.
we need Chester.
Come on up.
That's not Chester, dude.
There he is.
Hey, he shrunk.
Hey,
Oh.
Chester.
My buddy.
He's adorable.
Hey, you're on TV. You're on TV. The cat's over there. It sits in the store. Yeah. I can say, yeah.
So, hey, John,
Yeah,
Hey,
I wanted
Chad,
to tell you.
is your dog named River?
Yes.
I'm the champion tonight, man. We were sitting around the living room last week. My friend Shane was here, and I was like, talking about how I kind of wish I was joking, saying I wish I had some wristbands and an American headband, you know. And then yesterday in the mail, like one just showed up at my house. So
What?
My buddy was like on his phone the whole time I was talking about it, and he was over there ordering me this shit. Yeah, I found it for like $4, and I was like, all right, you know, now I can go jogging, or I can just look like I went jogging. I'm really into Olivia Newton-John, so like, let's get physical.
I'm seeing Phil Lesh.
Oh, Phil Lash. You go Phil Lash too, so his base is rub on his arm right there.
Yeah.
Right Cody on it. Yeah. So you've been writing a musical called The Pandusical, huh?
Pandusical, the musical.
Is there anything that you want to preview for anybody, for people? Is there anything you'd like to preview, or
How about I preview it next time we talk?
All right.
My writing.
No, right now. Right now.
Well, we have
Contact
one.
is void.
Yeah, the first one I wrote was the instead of the gambler, it was well, here I have the hat for it right here.
Well, he's got a painting of dogs in here. Here's a picture there.
Such a pun. I was going to say, I have a hangover. I need some pickle juice. No.
He not only does he create his own instruments, folks, he does his own wardrobe, his own costuming.
Yeah.
It looks like it's made of concrete.
Chick-fil-A.
Well, it's called the Greeter. And it's a toilet seat and a Chick-fil-A bucket. It's called the Greeter, and it's about the last greeter left at Walmart after everything gone to shit. And it's set to the gambler.
A Chick-fil-A bucket in a toilet seat. That's what you should probably do with your Chick-fil-A buckets, folks, is just take them and put them directly in the toilet.
Yep.
I've never eaten Chick-fil-A.
We ate it one time. We went down to Kentucky and we got some. My daughter was just raving on it, and she'd been talking
It
about it
is
for weeks.
good.
It wasn't bad, but I wasn't impressed. I don't know. It was more than one chicken made the breast. That's all I'm going to say.
Hey, it's a family show.
Hey, chicken breasts.
That's okay. You can say, I love chicken breast. There's nothing wrong
Take a
with
big old bite out of that chicken's breast.
when you say it that way.
Now you're starting to get personal.
Yeah.
I've been alone a long time, folks. I've been here by myself, trying to figure out how to make this all work. It's working out fine. I got my materials. Hey, Jamie, I see you. I have my materials. I'm not sure if anybody else brought the actual materials for
Material?
the project tonight.
I didn't have the wax paper.
Notepad? No.
Oh, that's okay. A plastic bag will work. A grocery bag will work.
Like a grocery bag, like that grocery plastic.
Yeah.
I got a wax paper. I got a hole punch.
Let's get around.
All right.
I got rubber bands.
Yeah.
I got 4 different size tubes because I'm gonna see
Okay.
what happens.
All right.
I have pickle juice and a rubber band and a washboard.
Just in case.
All right. We're all
Remember
prepared.
Jackal, the band? I think that was Jackal.
All right. Yeah. Are we ready for this? Bum, 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 bum.
I'm just gonna sit in because I guess I don't have my material.
Hold on, I need my drum kit.
All right. Make sure you have your washboard and your drum kit when we build this kazoo. It's super important, especially at the end.
Oh, I have a washboard.
All right. All right. So if you're playing at home, you've got your paper towel tube, or it could be a. John asked earlier when we were talking about this show if anyone's ever made a giant paper tube kazoo or a didgeridoo, and I was like, that's a great idea, a didgeridoo. Someone should make that. Oh yeah! Oh my goodness!
Kind of big. I don't know. We'll have to see how we can mount
So
it.
you'll have to experiment with drill sizes.
You got one?
So basically, but if you're playing at home without the jumbo size, you probably have a toilet paper tube. It's your own germs, so don't freak out. Or a paper towel tube. So what we're gonna do first is, if we're John Griffin, we're gonna paint it all beautifully.
I didn't do any painting.
And then if you don't have a hole punch, all you need to do is pinch your tube a little bit and then cut a diamond shaped hole about 1/2 inch wide. Or if you have a hole punch, you can just punch a hole in one, like as far into one of the ends as you can. If you have a hole punch, you could punch it like here or here, as far in as that hole punch will reach.
I've got a knife.
All right, he's got his knife. All right.
All right.
So I'll wait a moment to make sure you put a hole.
I put a hole. I'm supposed to put a hole, right?
There's a hole.
You put a hole. It looks like you put a hole. All right.
I put a hole.
Good. All right. Now we're gonna take our wax paper.
Wax paper.
Wax paper.
I gave you the instructions.
All right.
Is that to be a big piece of wax paper or a little piece?
Nope. I'm gonna cut it down to be about 4 inches by 4 inches, 5 inches by 5 inches, something like that.
You want it to go around the tube?
So basically, it's a lot bigger than the tube. You could trim it down later, but it's better to have more wax paper than not enough. Remember that mantra.
It's better to have more wax paper. You know,
Hey, Chester, go get me some wax paper.
wax paper will get you 2 times with no money, better than no money
Yeah.
with dope and all that. Now, did you put that on the whole end?
So,
Where's your hole? Or on the other?
Good question. If you put your hole, put it at the opposite, the far end from your hole. If your hole is closer to one side than the other, put it at the other end of the hole. Does that make sense? All right.
Yeah.
All right. Now you're going to take your rubber band. Now you want to get, when you grab your wax paper and pull it against, you want to kind of pull it kind of tight, but not tight enough that it breaks. But
I think so.
Do it, Phil. Do it.
all right. And look how nice and smooth my wax paper is. You can tug gently. You can tug gently, very gently.
I think that's what she said.
Title of your sex tape, tug gently.
Tug gently. That's my same word.
All right. So now it's fairly tight. If you break your wax paper, well, you're out of luck. There's no more wax paper on the earth. but if you happen to be someone who has it, you're all set.
Run.
And where exactly do we insert this at?
I will tell you the second option. The first option, here's the second option. Now,
I want a third.
there are three options. So the mistake people make when they play kazoo is they blow in there. Don't blow, just hum. And the thing I like to say to the kids when we're building instruments with kids and adults is say doo.
Phil, that's for you, bud.
All right, Phil, say doo doo into your kazoo. Doo doo. Doo doo. Doo doo. Don't blow. I heard someone blow.
Nope.
No, my vibration was so good it sounded like I was blowing.
Oh, you tricked me. Oh, you've got great tone. You are a natural kazoo player.
Yes,
All right,
sir.
Phil, I want to hear you say doo doo. Oh, see, Phil put a wah pedal on his, and so his is pretty cool too.
Daniel, I have no. I was looking for the real kazoo in my land of fun.
Next time I see you, Phil, I'll give you one of our Kazubi kazoos, one of the plastic ones.
I do believe I have one of those for the John Harper Festival.
Okay, good. I'll give you another one in case you lose it.
Well, when you get older, you lose stuff. But
I hear you.
or your sidekick takes it and puts it in the attic and saves it for another day. And you
Yeah.
again.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm distracted. I'm going to try this big one now.
All right.
So you guys tell jokes or whatever.
I'm
What the
curious.
hell is that? What are you in Australia? It's like it's a wallaby.
It's looking like Australia.
Yeah.
Hey, can we switch to your screen, John? I want to see what you're doing.
This
Maybe
is just, I'm taking your idea.
Yeah.
Hold on, let me get to put the button here.
There we go.
There we go.
So I would start with a smaller hole and then enlarge as needed.
I'm not going more than about a half inch.
Okay. That sounds like a good.
Basically put a sound hole. Is that what the function of that is?
Yeah, and pressure hole. Because if you get too much pressure, your wax paper pops off.
I don't need this pressure on.
Hey, hi. When did you get here? Amy Griffin's here, folks. You want to say hi to Daniel Pickle?
I want to say hi to Daniel Pickle.
And
Who's
Chad
up
Haynes,
there?
actually.
And Chad.
Hello. How's it going?
Hello.
Miss you guys. Very good.
Miss
Hello.
ya.
Hi.
What are you doing?
I'm trying to make a didgeridoo.
All right.
Yeah.
Good luck with him.
I switched over from that
Hey,
very nice, unsafe
Good
knife
luck with
to
him.
the safe wooden knife, which is my friend made this out of wood for me. It's a knife,
Oh,
but it's good for brownies and things like that. Now I've got this. This is the tube.
all right.
It came with some sort of printing material wrapped around it. My print shop gave it to me, thinking I was going to ship it, but it weighs like 40 pounds. So I
Right.
decided not to ship it. So now it's going to be a didgeridoo.
Yes.
We're inventing something new here with Daniel Pickle tonight. What this is? Yeah, that's ridiculous.
You're witnessing history, ladies and gentlemen.
Our whole show has been historical or hysterical. I mean,
I'm gonna be tuning in again for sure. I didn't know about the show until recently.
we don't advertise.
Yeah.
All right, now. All right,
Might
so we've got
want to give it one more rep. If
a little more tension. I got some more rubber
or
bands.
two rubber bands. Yeah. Are you using those jumbo rubber bands?
Oh no, they're like the cheesiest ones I could find.
Oh, the cheesiest ones. Okay. I'm wondering.
They're this tight. I mean,
Okay. I'm gonna make one of these now.
well, let's see what happens first.
If this works, I'm excited. I'm really excited.
Okay, so we got.
Yeah.
I can't do the actual didgeridoo. It like,
That's it.
well, you really, it's a heavy tube. It's really kind of a heavy tube, so it's hard to get it to vibrate. I think that's part of the.
Like, I'm wondering if like a Christmas paper tube.
There you
I don't know
go.
what this is.
Ooh, that sounds good.
Well, that's the Christmas paper tube.
Oh, okay.
Oh, I pinched the end of it. So I'm like,
It's
Kinda
like
a cow talkie.
oh, can you bring that next time we see you? Because that's it's
Am I
a
in the
nice
band?
tone.
Am I in the band? Dude,
Yeah, come on.
I've already been a pickle on a few occasions. I've been lucky enough to be a pickle on a few occasions, and it's always,
John's our pickle at large.
always important. Oh boy, Amy's gonna love that. Well, and then actually I have. Well,
That's
I'm
not-
sorry. While I'm here, I have another one. It's in between size. I'm just gonna keep making them.
It's addictive.
It is awesome. Chad hasn't even made one yet.
I don't have cereal.
I just,
Someday.
that's what happens. You fed me an idea, and now I'm playing with it.
Yes.
And again, that's what she said.
Oh,
I
so
have, I have to pull a Phil. I have dogs that are anxiously
All right.
waiting me to deal with.
All right, Chad. Well, thanks for being a guest on the 5 albums tonight, bud. Really good to see you.
Sure, it was great talking to you guys. It's good seeing you again, Daniel.
good to see you too, man. I hope to see you someday down the road.
For sure, good luck on the musical. Phil, have fun at your show tomorrow. John, we'll talk to you soon. Love y'all.
All right, Chad. See you, bud. Yeah,
Oh.
our show's pretty great. I'm just having fun.
Oh yeah.
Current ride, chatting, folks.
Oh, yeah.
You're still on camera, Chad. Don't pull your pants off. Or anything.
my go.
See you later.
there we are. Bye.
So Catherine and I have been like for we have our dog is blind now. So we took him we've been taking him to the vet for like 3 months because we knew something was wrong. We didn't know what was wrong. But he was wobbly and falling and like
Oh.
real scared and like what's going on? Is he in pain? Well, it took 3 doctors, but they finally figured out. They were like, well, it's either a brain tumor or some vision issue. Well, we took him to this specialist, and Finn is 100% blind.
Really?
Yeah, no tumor,
Yeah.
so that's good. But he's 100% blind, and so he's been adapting. He's been losing his sight for 1 to 2 years. So he's been adapting. Like he goes with us up on stage after the show. He greets kids. Well, back when we could do that.
Yeah.
But yeah, he's totally blind. So it's interesting, like learning how to like care for dogs. That's like the alto.
Yeah, so you can get all different sizes.
Oh, that's great.
Wow.
Where'd you get? What's that? The smallest one? Where'd you get that one?
Just some kind of Christmas paper.
Oh, okay.
They were both random Christmas paper tubes. That one really came out nice.
Yeah. Yeah. And then I love the bass.
It's kind of rigid too. That one could last a while.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I made kazoos with Daniel Pickle tonight. Dude. So
Woohoo.
awesome. I got a whole set.
Yeah.
Or I could just whack some.
Ha! They double as weapons. Can I show you what I made though for our dog here?
Yeah, please.
So we
don't
made,
mind. Yeah, don't mind my interrupting and stuff. It's
oh, that's fine.
can't help it. I gotta
We've been designing costumes for our dog and cat for a while now, but we just decided last night that's what we're gonna do this winter is build costumes for our pets and just pose them. So this is a work in progress, but this is Geordie LaForge's visor from Star Trek, and
I
it's
love it.
going on Finn, our blind dog. Yeah.
Apparently, he won't mind too much. Yeah.
He doesn't. He wears goggles. She's
Does
been
he?
training him on goggles, so they fit right over the actual goggles. So, yeah.
Well, I just got a message from the Hammer and the Hatchet. They're not going to make it on tonight, so you're our only guest tonight. But we do appreciate you being on the show tonight, Daniel. It's what a wonderful thing. So you got to fill a whole another hour of time with material. You got another hour with material.
Oh, heck yeah. I'll probably have to leave to grab a beer or something, but yeah,
Yeah.
I'll be around.
I just really appreciate it. It's good to see you. This whole pandemic thing's got us all screwed up at home.
Hey, Dan, what's the flag behind you?
Oh, so that's when I'm not playing music, I'm teaching French. So I got my French flag. So I teach from here part of the day.
Hold on a second, Daniel.
Yeah.
Parle vous français? There you go.
Yeah, French. Here, actually, my wristbands were already right. So.
Oh yeah, it's perfect. Oh,
There
Do you
you
know any French, Phil? Phil, do you know any French?
I
Well,
know
certainly. You
when
must
I
know
was
some
in
French.
Quebec, when I played basketball in Quebec, they only speak French. Yeah.
didn't you say something when a second ago in French?
Me?
Français?
Oh, voilà.
Oui.
Voilà?
I met some people back in the day when I played basketball and traveled. You have to look in Quebec. It's not English. It's French. So
When you say parlez-vous français, isn't that would you like to speak French?
Yep.
Parlez-vous français?
Oui.
yeah, there's other. Yeah, I mean,
Now, it's my only French. That's all I know in French. That's what they taught us when I was a little kid. And I met these French folks out at Hartford Press for 1 year, and I decided to use that statement. Well, I didn't realize that's what it meant. So he just said, of course, and it all came out. But I'd say, no gracias, no gracias. But I didn't know how to say it all in French. I wasn't very good. Bonsoir, dude, things like that.
Were you guys able to communicate one way or another?
Oh, yeah, he spoke English.
Oh,
And he
okay.
thought it was funny. I just told him I said I know, little French, and I said that, and then I thought he of course thought I was going to have a conversation. I couldn't do it. I was embarrassed.
I do that all the time in Czechoslovakian, like almost on a daily basis.
Who's Czechoslovakian?
No, I'm just
Okay.
joking.
Das Vidanya, Russian. I know
Da.
like some greetings in about 7 different languages, and that's about it.
hey Daniel,
I
I'm Latvian. Lithuanian. I'm Latvian, 100%. So,
You're Latvian?
Yeah.
Can you speak?
100%. I understand 100%, and I have dialect. Yeah.
Oh my God, that's great.
Yeah, and I mean, people think of Lithuania, right? Right. People know that, but I'm Latvian. It's a separate country, like Estonia.
So what language would it be closest to? What other language would it be closest to?
Polish. I know Polish. Latvian it's a separate identity. I mean,
Yeah.
a lot of people back,
You say you know
That's-
Polish?
but I'm Latvian. I'm 100% Latvian.
Wow.
A little. Yeah. It's a separate identity back in the era.
Last week when Paul Bolger was on, he said he used to hang out at that Polish nightclub. And it struck me as he just said the words Polish nightclub. And it struck me as just like an odd thing to consider. I'm from a smaller town where we don't have nightclubs, first of all. There's a few bars, but there's not a Polish one, as far as I know. I don't know. But he's from Chicago, where there's such a large population of people that every type of person has their own space they can go to be with their type of people, in a sense. It's not. And so I thought about it all week. I thought about when Paul Bolger said Polish nightclub, what that meant, and I was like, oh, because I couldn't relate to it. It just sounds like a Saturday Night Live sketch to me.
Right.
But hell, awesome, amazing place. And then it took me even a longer time to put it back to like that's his cultural heritage, and that's where he came from, and that's where he would hang out and who he'd want to be around.
Yeah.
I'm Irish. I was born in Illinois. That's all I know.
Yeah.
Isn't our lives right now a Saturday Night Live skit? Do you really realize what we're going through? Do you really sit down and think, and you go, really?
You ever get a good idea? You ever get a good idea for a Saturday Night Live skit? And you just kind of wish you could tell the guys, "Hey, I got an idea."
Yeah.
Yeah, we watch a ton of Saturday Night Live over here. We watch it all the time.
Oh, yeah.
YouTube it up. I mean, it's crazy. I got a good comment from our comment section. It says, "It's obvious that some deep thinking goes into this show. Nice to see some content with such relevance. This should appeal to a wide range of listeners, especially the seriously impaired."
Well, I don't see the comments, but last weekend I'm
just reading as it's impaired to seriousness, I guess. But yeah, we don't put a whole lot of thought.
Comment on my comments and go, I think he's okay, but I don't know.
Well, somebody said that Phil's a funny guy. Somebody said John likes the pickle. Easton said he's making kazoo. Excuse me, he said he's making kazoo. Oh, Tracy Kenny says, Phil, you're a funny dude. Phil, you're getting.
Hi, Tracy Kenny.
I don't really keep up with all the comments and stuff. They go by. It's good. If people want to comment or ask questions, they can. But it's fairly non.
Hi, Tracy.
Oh, darn, you
Interactive.
froze.
We froze.
Oh, you're good. I see you now.
Hey, when that happens.
Hey, I'm gonna go grab something to imbibe, and I'll be right back.
All right, invite, and we're gonna and Phil, you got 30 seconds. You gotta tell a joke or anything. I gotta go to drink too.
Okay, I'm going to tell you a joke real fast. I don't know a joke. Go ahead, I got it right now. Whoever's on, Tracy Kenny was on. Hi, Tracy. Thank you, Paul Balcher, for coming on. I miss my friends who are in the Phil and Jon Zone. 31 weeks in a row we've done this. Thank you, John Griffith, for doing that. Whoever's listening to the show, big hugs.
I wasn't gonna have a beer. You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna have a beer.
I do not explain it to our friends. I don't really realize we're really seeing people. Yeah, Heineken, you always have that. Yeah.
Brian Flick, Nick Rubio, Chris Johnson.
Hi,
Tom
Nick.
Dean,
I should have the whole thing said. I want to say hi to Nick and all the people.
Easton Bishop, Sheila Whitaker.
Who is Sheila?
Sheila's on there, yeah. She was
Hi, Sheila.
17 minutes ago.
I miss Sheila.
Friend Drew, Tom Dean, Danny
It's
Pickle.
a village 31, my lucky number 31. I was born on July 31st. I like 31.
31 flavors. Can you name all the 31 flavors that Baskin Robbins has to offer in this current day and age? Could anybody?
I think somebody probably could.
Do you think that you would want to try all 31 flavors of that ice cream? That just seems like too much to me.
Oh, I have. I have. Oh, yeah.
You've tried all 31 flavors.
Oh, heck yeah. The real 31 flavors at Buffalo and Irving and Addison by Lou Malnati's in the city, man. I grew up in Chicago, man. I know all that stuff. I grew up, Daniel, I grew up on Irving and Kedzie. I used to walk to the Cubs games and the Buffalo real ice cream. Good humor, man, with the real white ice cream truck. Yeah, ice cream is that's real good stuff.
That is.
I love ice cream. That sounds so good.
I'm in Rogers Park, so I go by Irving Park a lot when I'm going down.
So,
Gordon
You
Tech,
like
Clean Tech, yeah.
you like living in the city there, Daniel? You've been there for a couple of years, haven't you?
Yeah, it was an adjustment, but I love it. It's like you were talking about, like just the different cultures and stuff. It's really interesting. Like just on my block, I can be on the little porch apartment, whatever you call it, deck, and I can hear like 6 or 7 different languages while I'm just sitting there. It's nice and good food too.
I never got to see that until I moved away from home. Where I'm from here, it's a pretty small town. I lived in Arizona for a long time, and the Hispanic culture was huge there. And but then a lot of other culture. Where do I live? I live in central Illinois, Decatur, Illinois.
No, but in Tempe, where'd you live?
On Apache Boulevard, down on the way to Mesa, kind of like it kind of turned and went towards Mesa, and we were about halfway between Tempe and Mesa, kind of right out there in the middle.
Sounds like a Jackson Brown song, man.
What's that? Halfway to Mesa.
Brown, I put on Jackson Brown, Arizona song. When he kills it, Jackson Brown, good stuff.
He is good. I love Jackson Brown. I lived in Tempe, right down. I worked right down by. I worked at headquarters, right down by the Arizona State Stadium there. Like it was like 2 blocks from the stadium.
Oh wow.
And then there's a place called Mill Avenue that was like a block over, which is where all the shops are and the arcades and restaurants and things like that.
Yeah.
And right there, Arizona State. And that's where I basically worked the whole time I was there. That was 20 years ago now, but
yeah,
23 years ago. Shit.
I went to school, high school in Scottsdale, so I know Tempe a little bit.
Yeah. So, you know where Mill Avenue basically turns into Apache Boulevard. It's the same road there basically.
Yeah.
Curves
I miss the West right now because you can actually go outside, you know?
Yeah, I would like to be in Arizona where they can actually still do outdoor stuff. I mean, that's the only thing that saved us this summer was there were some outdoor fun things that happened, you know?
Yeah.
I don't know why I played that. I think it must be time for, we already did Phil Sports Minute. I don't know. I experimented
I
with
already did
background.
my sports. We can't do that. We can't do
And
that.
you only lasted like 48 seconds. That was what was kind of a little disappointing.
Well, I have more. I have more things to say.
Well, Phil, you can have 1 minute of show for sports.
No, I mean I'm a sports guy. I mean, you guys. I'm from outside of Chicago. I mean, I don't know. We've had guests on from St. Louis.
You don't like the Bears, though.
You know, I don't. You know, I'm a sports guy. I mean, I love music. I don't know a lick. I have a bunch of instruments here that I think Dan Pickles signed it when I met him at Hartford. And
I hope so.
yeah, just great. I don't know how to play. I'll let you guys play it.
I got this shirt from Daniel Pickle. Those guys.
Well, you
We
made
got
that
stickers. Yeah, I mean, I
The
remember
problem is, I was going to complain about the
phone
shirt.
number,
though.
Mr. Pickle. Yeah, I mean, I met
Because,
him with the guy.
when I bought the shirt, there wasn't as much belly in it. And now there's more belly in it. So I'm wondering why it was the shirt.
Sure, it's the shirt.
It's quarantine for sure. My quarantine belly is large.
Oh,
I can't figure it out. I tried it on. It's not the same as when I first had it, though.
Yeah, few of my shirts are.
It shrunk
Like-
around the midsection. It's strange.
I was like, if we play any fall shows, I've got to go on a regimen. Like-
What kind of regiment?
I don't know. I got to ride that stationary bike or something. Catherine got a stationary bike, and we got to. Oh yeah, I got to do
Yeah,
something.
that's a bunch of baloney.
I know, but I feel better when I'm.
See,
drunk.
you said it. You agreed with it. It's
Good.
yeah. I know.
It is baloney. I just want to be healthy so I can keep playing. You know.
I want to be healthy. I don't know if people are sitting at home getting more healthy or non-healthier. I go through this. Yeah, I mean,
It's kind of up to you. Look pretty healthy, man.
well, thank you for you know. How old am I? Do you think, Daniel?
Well, because of your hair, I would put you in your like early 50s.
Keep your hat on for him, Phil. So let me see what you have the hat on.
Yeah. Well, thank you. I was born in '62, Daniel, and
All right.
mine says go. Body says it's okay. Yeah,
I
because
have a real kazoo in here somewhere.
came down to the room. It's very eclectic. Is when I first met you, you're a great soul, Daniel. Phone numbers and stuff at Hartford and what we did. Yeah, in other words,
One thing I remember about meeting Dan Pickle was his kindness. He was always kind. You know,
remember the phone number thing, Dan?
Yeah.
But he asked me for his email or something. He's like, I don't do email.
Yeah, it was all goofy, but anyway, a sense of good soul. Yeah. Finally got an album to his Eddie and his band. So.
Yeah. And it's beautiful.
Yeah.
And we treasure it. And I've actually, what's that?
No, go
It's
ahead.
what-
Go ahead. I was mumbling off. I was rambling for a second. I rambled out for a minute.
Oh, sure. Yeah. No, I miss, like, if I could just magically bring one festival back, it'd be Hartford. Like, if there could be some bubble, like, of the ones we play, it would be Hartford. Like
We
some
are
sort of,
talking.
you know,
We are
what's
talking. You know, me and Burkhart, we talked today, actually. I talked to John Hotze today. I talked to Tom Burkhart today about the John Hartford Festival because we just haven't talked all summer, and it was sad enough. We only talked to cancel the festival, reschedule it, then cancel it again. That's like all we talked all summer. And but today we talked, and he said that we're working maybe on a fall festival for next year. There's no promises, but pushing it out to fall. You know, trying to find a place where it doesn't overlap too many other weekends. But just because it's going to be so early in the spring when we come back around to the springtime, and no, we don't know yet what the winter's going to do to us, how we're going to react to this, how we're going to feel, you know, how we're going to
Yeah.
And something I thought of today, or I didn't think of it today, but I've been thinking about it, is that, so say a whole bunch of us go get the shot. Okay, we all go out and we get inoculated for this disease. Well, or this sickness. Well, we've all been not touching things. We've been washing off Doritos. We've been, so 100 people in the store could have the shot and be immune to it. And there could be one person in there coughing on everything. 100 people touch that thing they cough on and they carry it still, not inside their bodies, but outside their bodies from place to place.
Mm.
So I think even in the springtime, it's going to be iffy. Like, I don't know. People are never going to feel as comfortable as they used to. I think, there's always going to be an element or a degree of discomfort with things we used to enjoy like that.
Yeah, I was
Sucks, but
watching
true.
a show. Oh, sorry about that. Didn't mean to interrupt.
Go. This is a walkie-talkie system. It's all screwy.
Okay. I was watching a show with Catherine last night, and someone said, "Oh, can you take a picture of us?" And they handed their cell phone to the other person, and then the person, took their phone, took a picture of them, handed back their phone, and they put it in the I was like, I can't ever, like, I don't know when I'll be able to do that, if I ever will again, because we're so.
No matter how many times we're washing our hands, we're still walking around with our phones in our hands.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's something to be thought about too. Yeah, it's just, we don't want to think about it. We want something good to happen. We want, if the digital thing can work out for some of the musicians, that's great. It's not working out for all of them. The live feeds and live streams and things like that. It's kind of hit or miss.
Yep.
Chicago Farmer's been doing it every week. Todd Snyder's been doing it every week with real persistence, and that just shows Todd's been actually going through all of his albums and playing one album a week.
Wow.
And just playing through the whole album and telling stories about each song as he plays it.
When does he do that?
Sundays at 11.
Sundays at 11?
I usually share it, or you can go back and watch the old ones. They're all, a bunch of them are
11 a.m. or p.m.?
a.m. in the morning. It's like, so we call it church service, and he's even got it. We even did a logo for the first agnostic church of Hope and Wonder.
I saw that, John, with Todd.
Spreading all over the place. Yeah, we did an album. We just finished an album today that we're working. Well, he's got the music, and I just finished the artwork today for the Agnostic Church of Hope and Wonder album, which is going to be selections from his shows. I think that he's been recording.
So, can I ask you about your process for
Sure.
the artwork itself? Like, how did you prepare and collaborate with him, and finally, create? Like, because it had to be a dialogue between you guys, I'm sure.
Me and Todd never talk.
Holy shit! No.
Todd talks to his guy. His guy talks to my guy. My guy talks to me. So it goes Todd, Brian Kincaid, Chad Staley, John Griffin. Me and Todd have only had a couple emails between the two of us. We've never met. I've been working with him for 10 years. Now he's a very individual case. This doesn't apply to everybody. But with Todd, he's very anxiety prone. He doesn't really like the eye of people. He doesn't really want to have that kind of attention. He'd rather just play his songs and not have to deal with some of that kind of stuff. So we've never actually met. But he'll come up with an idea. He'll tell Brian. Brian tells Chad. Chad tells me. I make it. It goes back through them, back through the four people, back to me through the four people. And to say that it works good is an understatement, because this week we did an album. He told me Sunday night we needed an album by Thursday. Tuesday he sends me all the pictures and the idea, kind of a color.
So there was a dialogue.
Yeah, the dialogue is going between a few people, but there's like he starts off with it's going to be purple. We're going to use this batch of photographs, however you decide to use them. And a lot of things are standard. You got to have the songs on the back. You got to have thank yous, things like that. And he gets all that stuff organized for me, and he just kind of gives me the freedom to take that stuff and create with it. Now, sometimes that works great. Sometimes he turns down 10 albums before he gives up. But sometimes it works. Like this time, it worked out fine. I know they're in a hurry, but they picked the first thing I did, and we rearranged some photos. We make some changes to the text, and it just goes back and forth like that for like the ping pong game. Sometimes 5-6 times a day. I put 12 hours on that project this week, and it goes back and forth until we're finally happy. And it works pretty well. I'm not every artist I think could work with somebody that way, that far removed from the actual person who's giving the approval.
Yeah.
But I have a good reputation, a good.
Hey, John, have you ever had to sit down with Todd?
I've never met Todd. We know this is the joke of the show. I have not met Todd Snyder yet. I know, but I know there was one time when he was supposed to meet him, and he came out, and I had a bunch of merch. It was a weird night. He didn't want to meet, so we didn't meet. And then the next time, I didn't go to his show. And then the time after that, I drove to Chicago to Park West to see Hardworking Americans, but the VIP area was too full.
Oh,
So Dave Schools and Chad Staley came down and talked to me, and Dwayne Trucks. They came down and talked to me.
well,
But
that's
Todd couldn't come down because he couldn't leave the VIP area to go to the general public to just when but so I didn't meet him that night. Then the next time, well, I didn't go to the castle one night because it snowed. The next time he's supposed to come to Shoe Fest, but Neil Casal passed away the night before, so he didn't come. And there's always been and at summer camp one time, I saw him riding his bike like 50 feet away from me, and I tried to holler at him, but he rode off.
yeah.
That's the closest I've ever been. and then that night I had backstage passes, and I go backstage to meet the band, and he has heat stroke and goes to the hospital.
Are you sure there's a guy named Todd Snyder?
It's a real guy. I've seen him play songs, man.
I don't believe that, John, till I see him. I'm gonna get him on
Like
the show one time.
Who is this?
I don't think we're supposed to meet. I don't think we're supposed to ever sit down. I
Well,
think that's
that's
fine.
fine.
I've
Until
released
the right
3
time.
albums. I've released 3 albums with him. I've done a dozen posters. We've done T-shirts. We've done.
I don't believe it,
little
John.
logo
I
with the
have
hat
not
and the
seen him.
eyeballs. I mean, so I don't think we're supposed to ever meet. That's fine. And when
No,
we
I
do
don't
meet,
think so. Yeah,
the expectations will be so high it'll suck. So I'm not even gonna try.
John, do you want to hear a Todd Snyder story?
I'd love to hear it, Todd. Please, yes.
So back in 08, we were playing this festival in northern Michigan called the Dunegrass Festival. And Buckethead was on the bill, and Mo, and a bunch of, but really, darn it.
Todd Snyder.
Yeah, and Todd Snyder, and Great American Taxi, and Cornmeal, and just a bunch of acts. But Jimmy,
Hendrix?
close.
Herring. Jimmy Herring.
Nope. The guy that played at Woodstock.
Richie Havens.
Yep. Richie Havens.
Yep.
He was booked, and but anyway, the festival had made some errors, and all of a sudden in the middle of the festival, they're like, we can't afford. Oh, Arlo Guthrie was there. And Richie Havens, he was like, I'm not flying in. But anyway, some of us came and we settled on a different amount. But they kind of went under that year. But
yeah, they overspent their budget by far, it sounds like.
yeah. Anyway, one night after, Nickel Creek was there. No, it was his other band, Chris Thiele's band.
I know who you're talking about.
Yeah.
It'll come to me in a second.
Yep. So anyway, they were all there, but I went to jam, and I heard music coming out of an old school bus. And so I walk into the school bus, and there's Allie Crowell, Vince Herman, and Todd Snyder. And I had my washed up bass, and I just sat there for a minute and listened to those three play.
Yeah.
And then Todd quietly walked away. And then, yeah. But it was beautiful. It was the most beautiful thing I ever heard. And it was sitting on inside of a bus. Everyone was just sitting in a bus. It was a school bus too. It was like an old abandoned school bus.
Nice.
And
Todd's a shy person. That's what I've always heard. And
yeah,
he doesn't really want that kind of, he prefer not to, have that,
Yep.
be that guy, I guess,
it was
He said on the
just,
show,
it was cool to hear him jam just with his friends. And then once he left, I was playing with Vince and Allie and other people, and that was a hoot. But yeah,
people we've gotten to play with, the places we go and the places
Yeah.
that we get to sit in with and the stuff that happens, it's pretty amazing. I mean,
but I was at Hoxeyville, and I heard Vince Herman tell a story about this time he was in Michigan, and he just played the most beautiful music he's ever heard on this bus with Todd Snyder. It's somewhere in the dunes of Michigan, and I got to be part of that. Like, it was
you're halfway between like a Vince Herman story and a Todd Snyder story, and you're part of it. That's pretty awesome.
Yeah,
It's
just to be a fly on the wall, you know.
Yeah, it's a beautiful thing. And where's Billy Strings from? Michigan.
Yep. There's some great talent in Michigan.
Right on. Go Wolverines or
Yeah.
Is that what's that theme song? Is that the Will Forte? It's a game show, isn't it? Kazoos, man, that's awesome.
Laura's worried about a candle. Laura, hey.
What's Laura worried about, Phil?
A candle. She wants to cover the candle. It's not seasonal. It's spring. It should be,
She's worried because you lit a springtime candle.
Remember Daniel Pickett, you, John Griffiths.
Yes, I seen him at.
Yeah, she's upstairs. When I leave, you're in. We're in the kitchen and outside.
Hold on, she's not upstairs right now, is she?
No, she's right here.
Okay, I was just checking because I was getting her
Rotate.
theme music on.
Come on, you gotta do it.
For her theme music. Hey, it's Laura from Aurora. Everybody, come on, ask Laura a question.
Hi, Dan. How are you?
Good to see ya.
Good to see you. I had many mornings spent with you, listening to you, and some of my favorite things were when you'd walk through the park and the kids would follow you and stuff like that. Even the adults, kids, everybody.
The parade. Yeah.
They were good mornings. So.
Good.
Good morning.
The
I'm
place.
blushing.
What is this room behind you? What is this?
This is Phil's zone. Phil's workshop. This is where he does all his painting and paintbrushes.
Do you have any part in this room, or is this entirely a Phil room?
This is just a
His
nice piece of
creative
film,
endeavor. No, I criticize.
I applaud you, Phil.
I keep him on his toes. So I come up with ideas, but I do not execute. He executes.
This is part of Phil's studio behind me. There's Phil in the corner.
Whoa.
So this is just one little piece of that room, Daniel. It's such an amazing room.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
That is beautiful.
He's a very colorful person, kind of like John. Where are you at? Oh, John, I was going to say, John, where are you at? That was.
I'm sitting there with you.
You're freaking me out, man.
I had John Hartford. I'm in the crowd.
Yeah.
I'm standing up by the beach. Not really. If you're standing up here, you're not at the beach.
No.
You're about to fall off.
I'm tiny and I'm in the grass. I stayed on the grass.
No, I've been listening to you guys upstairs as I'm
good.
Organized and everything. We're going away for the weekend. I shouldn't
Where
say.
are you going?
Oh, we're going up to Phil had mentioned it earlier. We're going up to a place outside of Lake Geneva. It's private because of the COVID. So it's only 30 people are allowed in, and that's where we're seeing the Miles Over Mountains.
Oh.
Mountains, and then the Millbillies from Milwaukee. So they're playing at Wise Fest Production is up in the Milwaukee area. I think it's called Lions, Lyons area or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And they do a lot with the music up there. And they'll do a free live stream, I believe, on Saturday.
Okay.
So, Billy's and Miles Over Mountains. So we're going up there. I was lucky enough to snag two of the tickets. And it's our Christmas present to ourselves.
Enjoy.
Yeah. It's our last live music for the year. So anyways, I'm going to
enjoy it.
Phil, peace and love. It's good seeing you, Dan. You look wonderful. And
all right.
And John, you look the best. John.
I'm driving a truck with Will and Jennings and Hold on a second. Don't go anywhere
You're
yet.
sitting on Waylon's lap.
So, thanks, Laura from Aurora, everybody. Laura from Aurora. Yeah. All right. So here's the funny thing about this picture of sitting on Waylon's lap. Somebody sent this picture to me because they thought it was me. Now,
Let me see. Oh, I can see.
and
Hello, I'm back.
I never could imagine that until somebody showed me that picture.
Mr. Pickle.
But
Hello.
we got the same nose. Anyway.
Hello?
You called? Hello, it's Mary Poppins for Shimmy.
Hello.
Oh, you have a phone too? Hold on.
Hello.
Hello.
Hello, I'm talking in my beer phone.
I have no sense of humor. I wish.
No. It's Friday night, folks. It's 5:30. Where are your kids? They're in the Phil and Jon Zone with Daniel Pickle, all the way from Chicago, Illinois, right now, centrally located. But man, Daniel, it was great to see you. You want to play a song or anything?
What's that?
You want to sing a song for us or anything like that?
Sure.
I mean, we don't push, but it's up to you if you'd like to play a song or if you'd like to do some music.
Yeah, I want to sing a song I wrote today. And this is a song about two people I really enjoy. And you know, I'm grateful for them. So I want to sing a song about it. It goes a little something like this. I know two guys. One is there, the other one's not. But that's okay. I took a trip aboard the SS John and Phil. And then I came back and started rolling down that hill with them. I love to talk to my friends. They made me feel so good. I love talking about records and other things. I love talking to John and Phil. It fills me with so much goodwill. I don't have enough things to say. Give me a solo there. Do, do.
Electric Pony. Yeah, we make kazoos today.
What's that?
Go ahead.
I like hanging with John and Phil. It really gets me over the hill. And I tune in every Friday from now on. But maybe not every Friday, but most Fridays that I can. With you. Yeah, so I wrote that earlier today. I don't know why. It just popped in my head. And
yeah, there have been a few songs written on the show, so you're now number 2 or 3, I think, of the songs that were written on the show. So you wrote before the show, about the show. Kind of with the show intention. Maybe there was a subliminal message there about people watching.
I guess show makes me feel good.
Yeah, we you know what, we just want to hang out for friends.
Yeah.
So Vince Herman said it best. It's like hanging out with friends. That's all it is.
Yep.
You know, I mean, we wouldn't get to do that otherwise. And it's good to see you, Daniel. We've been buddies for a long time, and
yeah,
you're welcome on the show pretty much from here on out. We'll probably bring you back for 5 records one of these days.
Cool.
You collect records?
Yeah. You want to see a sneak peek?
Yeah, you can do it.
Yeah.
All right. So
is that Laura?
So I won't say a thing about them. So
okay.
Here they are.
Oh.
Ooh.
Yeah, that's a great
Wow.
album cover.
Spike Jones.
Yeah, here's Spike Jones on the box.
Toy Dolls live from Tokyo.
20 songs from Tokyo.
Yeah. And the Appleseed Collective, Young Love.
Love.
So,
Yeah.
Great band.
Oh.
Yeah.
Daniel, did you ever get to meet Dr. Demento?
No, I did not.
Wouldn't that have been great?
It would have been.
I think you're my like closest person I've ever met to Dr. Demento without actually being Dr. Demento,
Yeah.
which is okay
Well,
with me, man.
I like being crazy with you guys, and
He gave me a bunch of Dr. Demento fed me a bunch of music when I was young that I never would have
Oh.
heard otherwise. You know, Barnes and Barnes and just so many things that just are amazing. You know, and I think it's wonderful. I think he probably shared John Hartford with us too, without us really knowing about it at the time.
yeah,
He played boogie, you know.
yeah. There are so many songs that are in the collective consciousness that nobody knows why they're there, but they're there because he planted those seeds. And our parents, my dad used to listen to him and then he'd just regurgitate the songs to me or change
Yeah.
the lyrics of different, like instead of walking in the winter wonderland, it's always walking in our winter underwear. That's the song now for me. My dad ruined it. It's
Got to be that forever. That's not ruined. That's been enriched. It's like
no, it was definitely enriched.
That's like when Weird Al grabs a song and does something to it, and then that artist disappears within a couple of years, but Weird Al is still here.
Always.
His songs will always be almost more important than the actual songs he parodied in the long run.
Oh, darn. Froze.
Well, Daniel, I know you probably got stuff you got to do. It's Friday night.
Yep.
Did we freeze? Did you freeze?
There it goes. All right. Well, hey, my internet connection is unstable. That's what my computer says. So I'll take this as a chance to say à tout à l'heure. Talk to you all soon.
Daniel, very good to see you, my friend. Until next time, hit me up anytime you need for anything. I'm here. Okay. We'll do an
Same.
album together sometime. All right. I love you, man.
Yeah. Love you too. Bye.
Bye.
Bye-bye.
Winter Wonderland in your underwear.
So, Laura, what's going on?
Oh, John, just trying to get ready for tomorrow. I'm kind of excited about it. And
Hey, you should be. That's gonna be fun. I'm excited for you.
crazy time of year. So just
Yeah.
I'm putting a new roof on the house. Phil tell you that?
You get a new roof?
Yes. Well,
Hey.
a re-roofing. So I'm kind of nervous
don't-
about that.
You guys don't have many issues with that roof. It's just getting old, probably, huh?
Three layers are coming off, which is
Yeah.
layers. The old roof is 14 years old. So, yeah, it's time. So I'm nervous. It's a big
It's a big expenditure,
thank you. Expenditure. Yes.
but they'll come through and they'll do it quick. You won't even know they're up there. Well, you'll know that they'll be.
I know. That's why I'm kind of worried. I don't know if I want to put my Christmas stuff up yet because of the pound and
Yeah.
All
We made kazoos tonight. Did you see the
here's the
kazoos we made?
significant other back in town.
All right.
Hold on.
Thanks, Laura,
Hey,
from
let
Aurora.
me hear you play your. I did not make a kazoo. I'm sorry. Let's hear. Not bad.
Love it.
All right,
Very
on that
nice.
note, I'm out of here.
All right. Love you, Laura. Thank you for stopping by the Phil and Jon Zone.
Yeah, definitely. Bye,
Tell Phil to
guys.
get back there, or his check is not going to get cut this week.
Phil.
See, normally when Phil's gone like this, then it's like a pinball machine rolling around. See, folks, we've come to the part of the show where Phil goes to the bathroom. And when Phil goes to the bathroom, we bring a little musical interlude in from my good friend, the piano over there. He doesn't want to be on camera. To tell you that everything's going to be okay. And we'll get through all this, and we'll see each other soon. And we will have a good time, see each other. It's going to be fun. I can't wait to see you all. If you don't remember, the kazoo thing was real easy. Get a toilet paper tube, recap, punch a hole in the toilet paper tube. Boom, right there, like with a hole punch, scissors. Put wax paper over toilet paper tube, make it tight. Put rubber bands on toilet paper tube, and then hum into toilet paper tube. Try different size toilet paper tubes. A little bit more of a resonator. But that's what we did tonight. We made toilet paper tube kazoos. Also made the didgeridoo kazoo. which is back here, which didn't really work that great, but we're going to practice that. So usually by now, Phil's back from the bathroom, but for some reason tonight he's not. So we're going to have to ask if he's okay. So everybody send a message to Phil and say, Phil, are you all right? 'Cause I can't start the music over again. We do appreciate everybody coming out. And we think that we want to thank Daniel Pickle for coming out tonight.
Hey, wait, we're not done yet.
The hammer and the hatchet, but they'll be back next week. They didn't have a connection. We thank Emily Griffin for coming on the show early on. She's my helper. She was the one playing the piano.
Hey, sweetie.
Hi.
Dog. Hey, Emily. Hello.
Saying goodbye.
We're kind of saying goodbye. We can't thank you. So you want to say goodbye to anybody, Phil? You want to thank anybody who's been on the show? And since
I
we
want to
started?
thank you. I want to thank your family. And your artwork, and happy holidays. And what is that, Emily?
Because
Hi.
so we made kazoos. Bowman was asking if we made kazoos tonight. We did.
I want to say thank you, John Griffin. I'm not ready to go back to bed.
No. You're coming in clear. Coming in
Ooh,
clear, Philly.
I was out of something in my. Oh, it's a beautiful thing. I'm so.
We're still live.
I don't care.
I had that, folks. It's 420 somewhere.
I haven't had it. I haven't had it in a day and a half. And thank you, Doodles.
You're welcome.
It's a beautiful thing.
I think I'm gonna go out jogging.
Hi, John.
Hey, Phil. What's up, buddy?
Hey, my French, my friend.
It's a beautiful thing, Phil. It is a beautiful
31.
thing.
Our rock is here, number 31.
31.
In a row. 31 weeks in a row. We didn't miss anything. I mean, and yeah, the friends we have.
Oh, they say the 31st.
You.
Every wedding anniversary has a gift that you give for the wedding anniversary, right? And I should have got you a watch because apparently the 31st anniversary is a watch. So that's why I actually got you. That's why I have the sports timer now, so I can tell how long your minute is.
All right, that was a good hit. That's what I needed. Oh.
So where are you going tomorrow? You're going to some bar. I'm jealous. You're gonna have fun.
Yeah, I guess we can promote it or not say it.
Just you can tell people. You can tell us where you're going. People can't.
Yeah,
go.
we're going to Lake Geneva tomorrow. It's a private show with it's called the Hillbillies and Miles Over Mountains. Only 30 tickets. It's already sold out. I'm going to Lake Geneva tomorrow with Doodles. Laura, yeah, we're going up there for a weekend getaway.
Yeah, that'd be fun. You guys have a good time.
Yeah.
You guys will have fun. It's almost Christmas. A couple weeks. This was our second unofficial Christmas party show.
Did I tell you miss you, John?
I miss you too, man. It's been too long again. Here we go. In like another month and a half, we've been seeing each other. We're gonna have to get together pretty soon. And do something. I don't know if we're gonna make it up there or not.
I mean, we don't really know. It's like we shake our heads. We don't really know what's going on.
Yeah. Nah, we don't. We're gonna try. Do we ever know what's going on? Look, me and you, we go to festivals for a living. We set up our tents and we live outside for the weekend to make our dollars, to get by. We don't know what's going on in the real world. That's not the real world, Phil. That's our world. And our world it doesn't even exist anymore because the real world's so screwed up that we can't even be in our world. That's what's going on. But we're doing this, and people can buy the art. There's art's hanging up on the walls. Who's that guy right there in my picture? You know who that guy is?
Yeah.
Who is it?
Denver.
John Denver.
John Denver. I have one Rocky Mountain High in Colorado.
What was his real name? Was his name really John Denver?
Sleeper, his voice, and I know John Denver. I got John Denver, and yeah.
You know what his real name was?
No, I do not.
No, not many people do. Henry John Duchendorf Jr. So Duchendorf. I think he probably went with Denver because it was easier for people to spell. Deutschendorf. Dushendorf.
There's certain genres of gentlemen who play great music. Donovan, John Denver.
Well, I didn't get the Hammer and the Hatchet. They just texted me and said they're not coming on the show. They're going to come on next week, maybe. Hammer and Hatchet.
They're
So, like,
Maloney then.
a lot of people say next week, and we'll hold them to it. We'll give them the opportunity the second week, the third week, the fourth week. But you can ask Chicago Farmer. After a while, we just stop asking.
Rocky Mountain High in Colorado. I saw a friend of mine, AJ from Mouser Mountains. He played something.
AJ played the banjo. AJ Knack.
Yeah. I don't
Miss
know.
him.
Look, I miss my friends who played great music. AJ played something.
But AJ hasn't played with him for the last few years.
I'm going
Tracy
to
said
see.
hi.
Yeah.
Tracy Johnson just said hello.
Hey, Trace.
Yep.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
weird to see. I don't like the vibe of social distance and like doing this. I mean, when you said that
There's a musician that I
31
like.
weeks ago, it's weird for me. And I sit in bed and go, wow, it's like
There's another guy that's going to be playing music later. His name's Mike Lynch. He plays every Friday night too.
Jeff Lynne from ELO.
No,
What?
not Jeff Lynne. You never met Jeff Lynne. This guy's name's Mike Lynch. He's from Canada. He's a Canadian cowboy, and he actually does his show from inside of a bathtub. Now, this cat, I just found him by
Is it
accident.
the band from Triumph?
No, it's from Canada. His name's Mike Lynch.
Canada. Triumph.
Mike Lynch with a Y. Let me just check that again. Yeah, Mike Lynch with a Y, and he's from Canada. And he plays these country kind of songs. I guess they're country songs, but he rocks them. He sings with his heart, though, man. He just sings like he's.
What kind of music does he play?
Hey, put your cell phone away while we're working. He plays Canadian cowboy kind of trucking music, dude. Like it just trucks along. It's got this great
One of the greatest Canadian.
I'll share the link here in a little bit. When Mike goes on, I'll share the link. Because he does we gotta get him on the show. You know what? I bet $1 he would come on the show.
If
Do you have $1 to bet?
I have like 50 cents. But the greatest band from Canada was not
He
rock.
would blow your mind. If you saw him, he'd blow your mind. That's all I'm gonna say.
I miss you, John. You little French mother son of a gun. Yeah, I was listening to I have a hat right there, Tragically Hip, in Rush and Canadian bands, and
I just went to tell Mike Lynch that he should come on the show.
I miss good music. I have no clue. You're a great washboard guy. I miss good music. I'm ready to stir you up over there and hear some King Crimson. Yeah.
That's why I talk about the guy that I'm talking about right now, because he's doing his own thing, and a lot of people are doing their own shows from home. They're not that fun, okay? They're not all wonderful shows to watch. Some of them are hard to watch. Some people are playing from home and they feel like you can tell they're struggling. But this cat, when he plays, it's fun to watch him. Even he's standing up in a bathtub in his like corner of his whatever he lives in, the back of a truck or something, it looks like, and he plays these great songs. And he just liked the video, so I don't know if he's watching or not, but we want to have him on the show. I'm going to introduce you to him. You're going to enjoy it. It's just another musical guest I'll bring along someday down the line. He's probably getting ready to do his show, though. And during his show, he drinks beer. It's fun to watch, man. He's a hell of a singer. I don't know. So I'm trying to do stuff like that, because I can't go anywhere, So what are you going to do? You're going to put music on your phone and
what?
watch it. Is it time? Does Chester need to be on the show? Chester need to be on the show.
I'm gonna kick your ass.
This is Chester's theme song. Chester, the dog. Now, whenever Chester barks, his theme song's gonna come on.
Hey!
Ladies and gentlemen, Chester from Aurora, Illinois, the dog. my good
John
friend Jeff.
Triffin from
This is my good
Decatur.
friend
Where the
Phil
hell
right over there. That's my
Every,
good friend Phil. Hey, that's my good friend Phil right there.
it's my good friend John. John Griffin.
You,
I miss
miss
man.
you.
Dude, 31.
Miss
30
you.
weeks in a row. I miss you, Muddy.
Thank you, Brian Flick, for putting up Mike Lynch's link there, bud. We're gonna get him on the show.
Rocky
But yeah.
Mountain High
Yeah.
in Colorado.
Catch up.
Yeah, John.
Yeah. Yeah, bud.
A story about that, and it's a true story, but I can't give that. But hello, I can't do it right now. A true story though.
What was that? The FCC calling again?
No, Jeff Austin said no. He's up there going, "What are you doing?" Damn.
Billy Strings is gonna be on next week, maybe.
Well, we could.
He's been hanging out with Post Malone. Do you know who Post Malone is?
Yeah, I know all that stuff.
Tattoos on his face, and he does like pop music.
Yeah, I know.
And so here our buddy Billy gets really big really fast, and now he's hanging out with these people that we wouldn't necessarily. I mean, nothing against good dude, Malone dude, whatever. He's cool, whatever, go for it. But he's finding himself in these new genres of music, and it is a true story, Brian, and kind of creepy. But we'll all see what comes out of it. You know, I can see Billy Strings ending up on TV or something. Bowman, Steve, you want to come on the show? Bowman, you got a Zoom link? Hold on. Bowman is asking if he can hang out with us.
Well, but I looked up the research of Billy Strings' earlier stuff that he liked, which you gotta watch what I'm saying.
I'm putting the link in the feed.
No, he liked punk rock. He liked stuff like Corpsey and Billy Strings. Grammy anyway.
Steve Bowman, if you're out there and you got a Zoom link and you can set it up, you can come and hang out with us, man. Anytime. We're like a public restroom. Anybody can walk in there and go if they need to. Phil, you know who Steve Bowman is. Just saying, I put it out there. Open invitation. Unless you're done. You're done with the show. It's almost 6. You know, last week we went to almost like 6:45 or
Right now, I shut off. It was not my fault. You want me to shut off now?
No, and that's up to you. And you're calling it.
It's my call. Music. I like. What do you want to talk about?
It's time for epic stories with Phil. Right now is when we go to Phil and he tells us an epic story.
Okay.
We can't fucking believe because it's so epic. So Phil, I hope you've been thinking about this one. What's your epic story for tonight?
Epic story for tonight.
It can be about somebody famous you met or somebody famous you wanted to meet but didn't get to meet.
I'm trying to think.
Hey, Steve Bowman, we love you too, man.
No, I'm not trying to. Mom, I'm trying to think. That's fine. What I'm thinking right now. Give me that like a teacher thing.
And that
Look at
this
that
has been
temperature
another
right
episode
there.
of
Got a
Epic
strangle,
Stories with
baby.
Phil,
Get it hit your hand.
where Phil tells the most epic stories of all time. Please check back in next week for another epic story from Phil. So that's a new segment. I'm writing it down. If you have ideas for segments for our shows, please sign them in. Or write them in the booth, and we will answer questions. Does anybody have any? All 5 viewers that are left on there, Laura, Amy, and Steve Bowman. If you have any questions, you can send them now, and we will answer questions. Any question that you ask right now, we'll answer it as honestly as we possibly can on live TV. I'm making notes about our theme music. It's getting better every week. I'm gonna get us a sound person. We got intro music, we got outro music, we got like 3 different options. But yeah, so when the day air starts to fill up though.
I'm listening, I'm watching you and just
Want me to read a poem? How about
is
poetry?
everybody watching us right now going
Yeah, people are watching us.
who?
Well, I've got a new segment then. Hold on.
Who's watching us?
Steve Bowman's watching us. So chime in if you're watching us out there, folks. There's like at least 9 people watching us. Brian Flick. Yeah. But there's going to be, I've got a new segment. Let me find the music for it here.
I'm going to put an XRT in a minute. Or be off live. I'm going to put an XRT.
Hello. How are you? I'm looking for the theme song. I can't find it. This isn't it. I like this one.
No.
How about this? Yeah. For sure it is. Can't turn the radio on, Phil.
It's wrong. It's time to play Philip's song. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. It's strong.
So now we're getting sued by
Right, yes, sir. We like
that record.
Yeah, you like punk.
They're gonna shut us down, Phil. Memorial Day weekend, man. Think about Memorial Day weekend. Something that was awesome was happening. Now, again, we lost Phil. I was gonna mute him because otherwise they're gonna shut us down for his music. I tell you, that happens every time. He doesn't understand. He does. He understands. Phil, can you hear me? Oh, here we go. All right. Let's go to John's Poetry Corner then. I could read an original poem or one of my favorite poets' poems. The next one's called Travel. Apparently it's okay to use. Somebody tag Chicago Farmer right now, and I'll read a poem about Chicago Farmer that I wrote that I never read for his 1000th show. If somebody tags Chicago Farmer, he shows up in the room and he says hello. It's the only way it works. If you tag him, he comes in, he says hello. Otherwise, it's just a choo-choo train going by. We'll stick with short subject then. This next poem I'm going to read to you folks now. It's by a gentleman by the name of Shel Silverstein. Let's see how many people leave the room. I have a hot dog for a pet, the only kind my folks would let me get. He does smell sort of bad, and yet he absolutely never gets the sofa wet. We have a butcher for a vet, the strangest vet you've ever met. Guess we're the weirdest family yet to have a hot dog for a pet. Anyway, that's John's Poetry Corner. You heard it here first, folks. Come on back next week. Try to have more equal guests. And go from there, man. Phil, where'd you go, bud? Well, I can already tell that Phil is starting to lose he's running out of material, folks. We appreciate it, right, coming to the Phil and Jon Zone on the 31st week in a row of the Phil and Jon Zone. We appreciate you guys coming out every time. If you want to join the fan club, just join the Phil and Jon Zone. It's the group on Facebook. Fan club, whatever it is. It's Phil even Phil's on there sometimes. If you got good jokes, we could use some good jokes. Phil, any last words for this week? Oh, hold on a second. I got you muted. Phil, any last words for this week, buddy?
No, I don't want to say anything tonight. I want to say everything. I miss everybody, and come on. Hi, John. Number 31. Hey, where are you gonna go?
We're gonna go next.
Outside with the dog. Come on.
We're gonna say, hey, we're gonna say goodbye to everybody on Facebook. Phil.
Hi,
Say goodbye to
everybody. I miss you all. I miss Sheila. I miss everybody who's on that. Nick. I miss John. I miss Emily. I miss all you.
We miss you all. We hopefully we'll see you next week.
I'm
Tell your
not
friends.
closing up. I'm going outside.
Share it.
Number 31, John.
Yeah. So Phil, are you ready? Should we call it a show? Was that a good show? Are we done?
It's all mellow.
Nobody else is joining. I put the link out there. Nobody joined. So I think that maybe
I
that's
got
our
a
show.
story. I got a story.
You got an epic story, do you?
I got a story. I met this guy. Yeah. You do. What color?
That's a story.
Color? Yeah. I don't know. I miss you, John. I miss all my friends. Let's go.
Every Friday, folks. Every Friday, 4 p.m. Tune in. Don't be shy to tune in and come say hey, come talk to us. We love you guys. We miss everybody. I don't know. I guess we're gonna end the show pretty soon. We can't decide if we should end the show or not. Let's have a vote. There's still 9 people watching. I feel like if we end the show now, 9 people are just gonna get cut right off, and they're gonna have to go back and watch it in reruns.
Hello, John. Are you there?
Hold on, I can't hear you.
I hear you.
I hear you. Are you there?
French friend.
Brian's cooking. Everybody's cooking. Everybody should go have dinner. Their families. Go hug your families. Watch Chicago Farmer tonight and Mike Lynch, both live performers on Facebook. Tune in every Friday to see me and Phil do what we do best. Well, or what we do best on the show. No sorries, Brian. We're just glad you're there. Everybody who's out there in the world, thank you for being part of our show. Mike Lynch would love to come on, he already said. That's freaking awesome. I don't think we're going to bring guests on at this point in time, though. I'm going to have him on next week. So tune in. We got lots of good prizes coming in before the new year comes. Merry Christmas, everybody, early. Happy Hanukkah. Phil, fireproof the music.
John.
Can't turn the music up yet. We're still live. All right, I think I say goodbye. Everybody who's out there in the world, thank you so much for being part of the show. Tune in tonight, watch Mike Lynch and Chicago Farmer. Close it out, Phil.
Leave yourself dry.